Es gab zwei Auslöser dafür an
Two things prompted us to work on speech interfaces, technology that is substantially different from our classic work on audio and speech codecs. The first thing was feedback from our customers, who have adopted other technologies of ours, complaining that, although they were using well-established systems from top providers, there was still a lot that their speech interfaces couldn't do. For instance, adjusting to a specific acoustic environment. The well-established systems couldn't do that, and they couldn't be adapted for that purpose. So the customers using these systems weren't happy, not only with the technology they had chosen, but also because each of these well-established systems automatically came with a bunch of other technologies that they didn't want, but in many cases were forced to deploy as well. That was what initially gave me food for thought. The second thing was the realization that we'd already made great strides with our acoustic front-end technologies, with smart speakers that use similar voice control systems. Our acoustic front-end technologies have been a big hit. Clearly, we can do things others can't. Together, these two things simply showed that all we were missing was a speech interface. In other words, something that is able to interpret speech. Of course, that sounds fairly straightforward, but obviously we're perfectly aware just how large an undertaking this is. I remember my high school physics teacher telling me that it's not worth teaching kids foreign languages, because in 5 years' time we'll have translation computers that will take care of all that. Well, 40 years on, and these translation computers have yet to materialize. That illustrates how difficult the task is, and that the journey has only just begun. But I would also say it means there are plenty of opportunities to make substantial scientific and engineering contributions. We also knew that we didn't have the requisite expertise and language intelligibility at Fraunhofer IIS. In fact, so far no one at all. So what do you do when you're part of the Fraunhofer Gesellschaft? You look around to see if there's another institute that's already working in that area. And there is. Fraunhofer IAIS in North Rhine-Westphalia. So we approached the staff there and were immediately met with enthusiasm and an eagerness to collaborate with us. What we ended up with is a fully integrated team, not two separate institutes, each doing its own thing. There are now around 50 people on the team, so it really is one of our bigger projects. Together with Fraunhofer IAIS, we applied to the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy for funding for the project, which entails finding a sufficient number of industry partners. But it turned out that we didn't have to lift a finger to find enough partners that were willing to work with us. Rather, we essentially had the luxury of being able to choose who we wanted to involve in the project. There are simply many requirements that the well-established systems can't meet. Privacy and data protection are naturally among the key concerns, and that's where I'm sure we'll be able to set ourselves apart. I'm also sure that our solutions for acoustic conditions will be better than those of well-established systems. This will be crucial for the likes of industrial applications, like machine control and many others as well. Overall, we expect there will be a huge market for these systems. I'm prepared to bet that in a few years, virtually every device will have some kind of voice control. So when you think just how many devices there are on the market, how many devices are produced every year, there simply has to be a massive market for it in the future. And I'm sure that we will find our place in that market. The work is divided in two tracks. The first is about getting the system that we're building with Fraunhofer IAIS, based on already existing modules, ready for real-world applications. We started a second track to test our more advanced ideas. The challenge, or rather the dream, is to bring in many other research institutions and universities to create a kind of open platform with which to really drive the technology forward and pave the way for things that previous systems couldn't do. For example, no system built to date can provide genuinely intelligent answers. We've got our work cut out for us. And we'll just have to see how long and hard we'll have to work to get the result we want. But I'm sure it won't take long to find customers for standard applications as well.